Yeah.
Senior pastor, but I pray.
To me, senior pastor. All
right. Do I look to the camera? An introduction or do I just? All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Just Saying. This is the very first episode, and it's an idea, a concept that we came up with as the guys, grown-ass guys, married creatives that have gone through a lot and would like to just talk about anything and everything. But here's the disclaimer. We are not psychiatrists, psychologists. We are not counselors. We are not professionals. If you need advice, ask your mama, ask your daddy, ask your doctor.
Seek professional.
Yeah, seek professional help.
Don't try this.
We are just saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So today's topic, the first episode, is about entitlement. So I'll introduce Costa the Creator, and maybe you can help us explain what entitlement is.
Okay. I'm Costa the Creator, and I will introduce Ashley.
I like that.
Ashley, you can tell us.
And then Ashley, maybe you can then introduce me.
I can put it back to you.
Yeah, and then
I like that.
Yeah, let's keep it going. No, what is entitlement?
Yeah, what is entitlement, man?
Okay, in the sense that we're trying to talk, it's like when you think you're owed something.
Yeah.
That you may or may not be. What's the word? You may or may not deserve.
Yeah.
Well, that's the question. Do you deserve what it is that you think you're entitled to? Because some people just get into that entitlement. The way I've seen it, and maybe as an example, what could be termed entitlement? Where, okay. Disclaimer here, I'm not talking about my life or my wife. I'm just saying. Remember, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we just saying.
I'm just saying that.
Just saying.
The fact that I'm the man of the house, right? I'm
entitled to the big piece of
You're
chicken.
entitled to the big piece of chicken.
I'm just saying.
And daddy sits.
I'm just saying. I work hard.
Yeah.
I don't need to be debating with my daughter or my missus about where I'm going to sit or
What if
whether or
she
not.
also works hard?
What if she also works hard?
But dude, okay, I get it.
She also
Your wife is a working woman. She also works
Wait,
hard.
I know what you're saying, but
she's got chesticles also.
I love that.
no, I'm saying that I'm entitled to a certain space. Listen, I give her the same space, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
She gives me the same space, so I'm entitled to my space to say, like, listen, I like to watch soccer at a certain time. They have the remote 24/7.
Yeah.
And then I want to watch soccer. It's literally 1 hour and 30 minutes. I want to watch that.
But are kids entitled to watch anything if you're there? Actually,
That's another question. Udara, us, when we were kids, when the Bali came,
when you hear the car,
When you just hear exactly, you know that it's late.
It's late. The remote is gone. Bali's going to be watching whatever.
Go into your room.
You go into the room. But these days, these kids are entitled so that you are fighting with your 10-year-old for the remote.
Yeah.
And you're like, may I please have the remote? I'm the one who pays the thing. But in good debate, and
So that's entitlement. That's the definition of
The entitlement. I don't know whether that skates on also being spoiled. I don't know.
One of the things that I'm imagining is it sounds as if it's a word. It's like a negative word.
Yeah.
But the application that you're using it, I guess, as a guy, like there are things that I feel entitled to.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And I'm sure as a woman, there are things that also she feels entitled to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But then there's I guess it's a two-edged thing. It's both positive and negative because for me, I think of someone once said something to me, and this is maybe going on the dark side.
Oh, okay.
But
I like that.
the people said that the people that you help are the ones who have issues with you the most.
What? Say again?
The people that you help are the ones that have issues with you the most.
Like if we are,
like
if I
this
just know Ashley, you've never done anything for me, I've never done anything for you. We just know each other. We're cool.
Right.
But the moment I give you something and continue to do that, there are times that you might get offended. Oh, it was too small, it was too big. Or do you think I don't have this of my own? And or maybe I'm not consistent in giving you that thing or opportunity, whatever it is.
Right.
Then it's like, okay, I've got beef with you now. Okay, why did you give it to Tavi? You know, and yet this thing belongs to me, and it was up to me to do what I wanted with it.
When we're talking about this thing, we're talking about some other arbitrary thing.
Yes, it could be money, it could be an opportunity, it could be anything.
It's actually funny because the first time that I ever heard the word entitlement was in, I think about 6 years ago. And I've worked with people of other races, but being a business owner, I'd never employed somebody of another race.
Right.
So for the first time, we had a white receptionist. And this is a white person in Africa. And the person, the employment agency that gave us, she was brilliant for days. She gave us a warning. There was a disclaimer. She said, "But be careful.
Yeah.
White people are entitled.
Oh.
So be careful what you promise her."
Oh.
And I didn't get it. But then 6 months down the line, she started bringing up stuff we had mentioned in the interview. In the interview, it mentioned that, you know what, if you work well enough, you could get fuel allowance. If you work well enough, you get. And she brought that up because
She was entitled.
she was entitled. She was like, I need my 200 liters of fuel.
Yeah, because you said I'm
Because
gonna get it. I'm gonna get
and
it.
I never heard that before. And it was like,
Oh, that's actually
that's
another.
what, so I thought, all right, entitlement. That's what that lady meant when she said, be careful. Because it's easy sometimes to, then from then on, the next time I heard that word was when we were talking about millennials. Because I'm 43. And almost everybody that I work with is in their early 20s. So I think there are no more millennials. They are, what comes after millennials?
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Wow.
They're so entitled. And entitled what? Like, yeah, you say this and this and this, and then I'm part of this vision.
So yeah, it's weird. You should mention that. Now I'm
because our generation, it was the way we would see work.
But do you know
and
what?
relationships, we never used to use the word entitlement, or maybe we had it, but we didn't know what it meant.
The thing is, I feel like this is this happens every generation.
Yeah,
The previous generations say, no, these guys have it
These
good.
guys are-
They don't
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
They're entitled.
They feel entitled.
Yeah. Then they grow up. Then next generation,
That's all right.
these
That's all right.
youngsters.
That's
you
all right.
know. So
Like when my older brothers talk about me, they're like, you feel entitled. Then.
Oh yeah.
you're saying,
Yeah, I was saying that I also had an interview, and there was like recently, like a week ago, there was two people I was interviewing. One was above 35, I think he was 37, and the other was a kid. He was turning 19. If I tell you, the difference with that interview was that the 19-year-old, the one that didn't have the experience that I wanted, the one that didn't have the technical know-how, was the one that gave me the most torrid time. Let me tell you why. He had it in his mind that if I am getting into a position like this, I need this, that, this, and the other.
Yes.
He had a list, and he was very eloquent, and he was very clear and concise about what he wanted from our relationship.
Yeah.
Then the other guy was like, listen, dude, if you give me the graft, I promise to work hard, and
exactly.
and he had the experience around, and he had no issues with working out of the time that he was. You know how design, you know how creative. Sometimes it gets late. Sometimes you know.
well, he spent a few Christmases then.
Yeah.
So that then is a true. Is that entitlement? Now you were.
Is that entitlement or knowing your value?
You see, that's
Because like with this lady, this receptionist lady,
Yeah.
as much as, I know it's not a race issue, but they race in the context that because they're from a certain background where they've been taught value. So, because we did
what you
promise.
saying?
It wasn't in writing, but we did.
I get you. I get you. So what
You
you
know what I
saying?
mean?
What you saying? Black people don't have
get
value.
taught
What you saying?
Value.
We're not taught value. So
We don't.
I thought.
What are you saying? Are we saying that black people don't?
We're not taught value. We
We're
don't
not-
teach value,
We're
or
not-
we're not valuable.
Triple loaded question. For real.
No, I like that. I like that. Wow. I think we do not know value.
We do not know.
I'm
not
not
sure.
disagree.
So we then feel like
Wait,
that.
wait.
Like that kid, he knew that if I'm coming to work and I'm giving you this, I deserve A, B, C. He understood his value.
Right.
But we then feel threatened.
What
because I'm from-
are you using as a measure to say understanding? Someone verbalizing something or what? Because I could understand something and not say it. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
All right, I get you. I get where he's coming from.
What are you saying?
Okay, I'm saying verbal because that's what I can at least put a measure to because I can hear and I've seen.
Okay.
But I get where you.
Because the thing is, I've been in situations where
that's a point.
like someone I can say, okay, Ash is my friend.
Yeah.
And then there's bro code, you know.
Yeah.
Things where you're like, okay, I don't expect my brother Ashley to do A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
I don't need
To
to
go for
tell
the
you.
chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need to tell you.
It's
I don't
bro
need to
code. Just
tell
bro
you
code,
this.
yeah.
I don't need to tell you this. It's just a mutual understanding.
Yeah.
You know. So sometimes depending on that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
If there's that agreement, you can't. You can't mac on someone I dumped and we remain friends.
No, don't look like that.
You
Because
know.
it's not broken. Who does
Yeah.
that? Whoa.
Nobody
You
does.
can't hire someone I fired and
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when someone then brings it up, you then feel like they feel entitled.
Okay, that's a question and a half then. Because, yeah.
I've met this chick, I've fallen in love, and
my ex chick.
yeah, and she's your ex.
Dude, man. It's either.
You're
Just imagine
eyeing
this.
her from the beginning.
No, think about it this way, bro. When we all meet, then what's gonna happen now?
Yes, I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
What's gonna happen
know what you
then?
mean.
Okay, we have kids, and it's
So-
like, you know what I mean? It just becomes.
And
a
what
weird
happens the day you
So
guys
sometimes
have a
even
fight?
if it's not verbalized,
What happens the day you guys have a fight
Yeah.
and a disagreement?
and the shoulder to lean on is
Well, and imagine if I'm pissed and I don't say anything, and then I see this gap. What do you think I'm gonna do?
Yeah, it's all under the level.
so.
Yeah,
So value, even if someone doesn't mention it, should be. Yeah, I get what you mean. Someone who still know the value, they just don't verbalize it.
Yeah.
So let me get back to something.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting thing that you brought up because the issue of race and how it affects us as a whole.
Yeah.
I just realized something. We actually compartmentalize race, different races.
Yeah.
It's a thing that we do without even
it's
thinking
natural.
about it.
It's human nature.
To say that you've heard this, and I've got white friends, and they will
Yeah.
tell you this, and I'll always be real with them that you treat white people a certain way,
Yeah.
rather than you treat black people a certain way.
And then you treat the Indian guys as
A certain way. It's weird how we do that. I think I might be mistaken. If anyone can correct me or whatever, but I don't know whether white people do the same for us or Indian people do the same for us. To say I treat a white person differently
they do.
rather than a black person.
I think they do because I think
I
it's
don't know.
human nature.
You think?
Yeah, they do.
Because some.
Do. I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
I've got
Is that but the point what I'm trying to make is this: who is the most entitled race?
That's not even.
Yeah, that's
Oh, come on, dog.
that's what it is.
It's obvious.
White privilege.
Are you that 100% sure?
100%.
I could tell you Indian though.
100%. No.
I wouldn't
I could
say
say something
Indian.
like
No, no.
Why?
That
Why?
includes
Tell me why.
slavery too.
Come on.
They don't even feel entitled.
Okay. So you're saying
Nah,
the most
never.
entitled race is white race?
Yeah, obviously.
Why you say that?
It's just,
Is it what, the slavery thing?
No,
What?
it's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is.
I just-
So that's why.
Let's be more entitled.
That's why your interview was different for a white person than a black person.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the way it is.
Should it be? Should it be? Should you
I
also
think-
have that same kind of?
I think so, because you might identify a trait, like I'll give you an example of the two that you had. You might identify a trait where the one who speaks very well is not as talented as the one who doesn't.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
for the job that you need done, you need the
need someone-
talented guy.
Yes.
Yeah, not
who's-
the person who can
So
speak
then
up.
the way you judge them, this guy speaks eloquent. you know.
Eloquent.
You could take him to a meeting, he could sell the project.
They could have a meeting with the
Yeah.
Queen of
Yeah.
England.
Yeah.
And
But
Hajj.
yes, but the thing is,
On the ground.
job needs to get done.
Yeah.
And you need someone reliable and dependable.
Yes.
So I feel like in that case, then it's up to you to make the discretion. Say, okay, this guy might not look or sound the part, but when it comes to getting the job done, I would rather put my money on this guy.
Okay.
Because the thing is, aesthetics can be improved.
I think that's why I think the word entitlement is negative. I always take it in the negative context because that person who's more eloquent feels entitled.
What's the difference between that and confidence?
Because confidence, there's this, was it Randy Orton? Wrestling, WWE. He always used to say, it's not arrogance if you can back it up. I think it also goes with confidence.
Okay.
If you can back it up, then that's fine. A lot of those people can't back it up, so it's entitlement. Like this lady that I'm talking about, she was good, but not that good.
Okay.
But she felt she deserved.
But on that point, I feel like when you look at our Shona culture, I think you're talking about the TV thing, like our generation where there was just non-verbal communication with parents,
a lot.
where you just get beat seriously once and then it's just a look.
It's just exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Whereas with the whites, you will find that it's a discussion.
Yes.
Convince me
yeah.
that what you're saying is what I need
Is
to
what
be
I
doing.
need to.
You know?
Exactly.
So it might be that she's coming from that background where she says something.
It's verbal.
Yeah.
It's verbal
Yeah.
communication.
She has to.
I said,
It's verbal.
Yeah, you said you're gonna do this, and I did what you said I was going to do. So this is what I'm.
Honestly, from years of working and businesses and partnerships and broken businesses and broken partnerships, I've realized that I'd rather have that person who verbalize how they're feeling, even if I feel it's entitlement. Because at least know.
That's tricky now.
Like this lady, I knew clearly what she expected and why and she was 100% clear. It's now 4:30. I'm going. I've done this. Should come with a whole register. I never even used to ask. I've done this, so I deserve this and this and this and this and this.
Wow.
Unlike some who wouldn't verbalize, and just keep quiet. 6 years down the line, they still feel they deserve a promotion.
Yeah.
They would never verbalize. So, like you're saying, that they're coming from a culture where
then,
if I need to use the TV, I have to explain why. Unlike someone who believes they just need to use the TV.
Isn't that now a form of discrimination? Because we are hamstringed by our culture, where you don't talk back
to elders.
That is
and superiority. And then also, with regards to culture, if it's a black person telling you that, you would probably get offended.
Yeah, 100%.
I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, I know a lot of people will not admit, but it's true. You not, you actually take offense and think, what's this kid? He's only been working here for 6 months. What does he know?
Yeah.
You see, that's the way the point he's making is that imagine you're the same scenario and it was a black lady saying the same things. What would you have said to her?
Yeah.
What would you have said to her? She's saying, I've done this, that.
You know your job, and what does your contract say? Shut up.
So
you know you can be replaced.
that's the first thing that's where you're gonna go with that. So
Yeah.
Do you know it's funny
so does that mean then that we have an inferiority complex
The
as
opposite
black
of,
people?
The opposite of privilege.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be an episode on just culture.
Andidika?
Yeah, there
Just
is.
Because
There is
I'm
to be
saying
an episode of just culture because yeah.
it's a deep one. It's a deep
deep.
one because
It's deep.
you know even up until this day I've got a thing about people who do this and if you're watching this please stop doing this shit.
Yeah.
Muna anonditi murungu.
Ish,
I've got a thing about that. It just
No, come fit.
no.
Don't
call me
ever
that.
fit.
Don't call me that. Because what you're saying is literally you are denigrating yourself
I'm
to a low
legendary
level.
for not wanting to work with anybody.
Who says that?
As soon as somebody says that, it just
But Mulungu msadala.
I'm like, okay, now.
There's something about that
I'm like-
that then gives me
Even
the
my barber, I remember the first time he was like, Bro, I was like,
Asha.
if you want me to keep coming here,
Never. It's not.
Don't
I'm
call
not
me that.
Mlungwago. Just
Don't call
you
me
can call
that.
me
Yeah.
whatever you want to call me.
call me
but I'm
whatever
not-
you want to call me.
It's not that. I'm not being racist.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it. For me, it just gives that impression that what I am is not enough as a person.
Yeah.
You have to put a race to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's just not my thing.
Ish,
But anyway,
I know you said it should be another.
it should be.
topic,
It's going to be
but-
something else.
Because I'm just thinking about, I had a Chinese friend once when we were in college, and he gave me this. We were talking about this whole culture thing, and he said when he went to he studied in the States. There was a consultant that took them in for like 6 months before they moved to the States and taught them how to integrate with American culture. Because he said, as brilliant as you are as Asians, because your culture teaches you not to talk back to somebody, you do not look somebody in the eye, you have to, bow and so forth, you'll be taken advantage of. And he said, because he went through that, all his other Asian friends struggled in the first 2 years of college because they wouldn't even lift up their hands
'Cause,
to speak up, even though they were more intelligent than the other kids.
Because the other thing that bothers me about that whole thing is where these guys say, oh, you can talk to someone, look them in the eye.
Yeah.
If they don't, they're not telling them.
You're lying.
Yeah, but
And
whose
so that
levels
is
are
like-
depends on your
those?
culture.
It depends on your culture.
Yeah.
Because I was raised not
Because
to
imagine looking at your female boss straight
in the eye.
That will
Exactly.
cause a lot of HR will be on your ass.
Yeah, it shall be on your ass.
You're making
like,
advances.
look her straight in the eye. Look her
You're
straight in
making
the eye.
advances that your boss said she's uncomfortable.
She's
You have to
uncomfortable,
move you to
yeah.
the other division.
Yeah.
Because-
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's ish, yeah. So when somebody then comes to you and then they're confident and they speak in a certain way and they verbalize like you say, you then feel they're entitled.
Okay, so what's the takeaway? What are we saying?
what is it?
What are we saying entitlement is? And is it a good or a bad thing?
Maybe that's where we need to kind of draw the line, because you asked the pertinent question, which is it confidence or is it, now it can be taken both negative and positive. Entitlement, when you say you're entitled, deserve. What's the difference between that and deserve?
You deserve your big piece of chicken.
I deserve. Is that being entitled? If you say you're
I
deserving,
think entitlement speaks more to you as an individual and maybe perception of what is due to you. And then maybe deserve is a standard.
it's
unquestionable.
undeniable.
Yeah.
I've designed your logo.
Yeah.
So I
deserve
need my money.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, so entitlement then says that there's a disconnect between what the value of the whatever it is.
Yes, I think that's
There's
a
a
big
disconnect.
part. Yeah, I think that's a big part.
Okay.
Because there has to be a disconnect somewhere. Either on the person who feels
who feels entitled
or
or
the other end, because there has to be at least two people in the scenario.
Like that kid who you mentioned who said, I deserve this, even though he's only 19, he's never worked a day in his life. He's like, so then there's a disconnect now.
There's disconnect here because I'll have to then train the dude.
Exactly.
Okay, so I guess
it would extra hours to train.
I guess entitlement is not a bad word. It's perceived value. Because now if we're saying
fancy perceived value,
because if
Costa The Creator.
If we're saying this kid on the scale of what they deserve or what they think they deserve, they're ranking themselves high.
Quite highly, yeah.
But if we're looking on the other end, the person evaluating and looking at, okay, with what I need and what this person is contributing, their value is quite low.
Exactly.
So that disconnect then
is that the
entitlement.
Yeah. Now the thing is, the next question is, whose view is that? Whose view does the entitlement tag come from? The perceived.
And a big.
And a beg who's older, like we mentioned, the old generational thing that my brother who's in his 50s would think I'm entitled. I think this kid who's 19 is entitled, and so
because at the end of the day, the person with the money
is the one that dictates.
Breaks the tie. You know, because you might. You might, and this is the other thing, it could go either way. You might then just kind of give in and let this person hop onto your organization. Or sometimes you might have friends and you might just allow them to continue that entitled behavior where, okay, I'm coming to get your car. You know, I'm coming to, you know, and then if you say no, I take offense. You know.
That is,
So cool, man. So let's wrap it up. Like I said, disclaimer.
Just saying.
We're just saying, man. We're just saying. So this is actually Costa The Creator. I'm Mellow or Chavi. We're just saying.
Just saying.
Get.